Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Everyone needs to have food storage. It just makes sense. And it doesn't need to cost a lot of money. You can have open and eat cans of food that you could open and just keep in your pantry and have for meals any day of the week that you needed it. But getting some of the longest lasting foods is cheap, easy way to have a lot of food put away for your family. I went to the Dollar Tree, which yes, now it's $1.25, and I bought 6 bags of the longest lasting food. So my 6 packages of food cost me $7.50. I bought a 2-pound bag of rice, which filled this jar and there was a little extra. I bought 1 pound of pinto beans, 1 pound of Great Northern beans, 1 pound of black beans, and 2 pounds of lentils. I bought 2 bags of those simply because I don't have as many lentils as other beans, and they're a great way to have food that you can prepare, that you can cook it faster, and it is a different way to have the protein and the legumes and add some more variety. Now, if you think about my 6 bags of foods, how much food is that actually? Well, let's look at each one. 2 pounds of rice is 20 servings of 160 calories, which makes 3,200 calories just in the 2-pound bag of rice. 1 pound of pinto beans has 13 servings of 80 calories each, which is 1,040 calories just in the 1 pound of pinto beans. Great Northern beans is the same as pinto beans. There are 13 servings in the 1 pound of 80 calories each, for 1,040 calories. The different brands of beans tended to have different serving sizes, but they still gave you the calorie count. So black beans, it says, has 9 servings at 170 calories each for 1,530 calories. There are more calories in 1 pound of black beans than in pinto beans or white beans. My 2 bags of lentils have 18 serving for 110 calories per serving for a total of 1,980 calories. Now, why might the calories be important? Well, when you want to decide if you have enough food in your food storage, one of the ways is to decide how many calories does a person need in an actual day. In an emergency situation, you might be able to get along on 1,200 calories a day. This has a total of 8,790 calories, and these 6 packages could make 7 days of food in an emergency. Now, you probably don't want to just eat this because you probably will have some other food on hand. You can supplement this with food in your freezer, food in your refrigerator, food in your pantry, food in your garden that can double that amount of food that you're eating in a day. But if it was a real emergency and you had nothing else to eat, this food could last you on a survival ration for 7 days. If you wanted a calorie count of 2,000 calories per day, this would last you 4.5 days. So that's a lot of food to put away for only $7.50. It doesn't have to be expensive to stock up on food. When you start looking at the amount of food that you might need, then you want to take into account not only the serving sizes, but the calorie count so that you know if you're providing enough food to store away for your family. This food isn't going to spoil. It's not going to need to be rotated for 30 years. You can seal it up in an airtight container, put it away in your pantry, and then in a big, huge emergency, this will be there for you. Should you be rotating it anyway? Probably. You need to learn how to cook with rice, how to cook with beans, what to do with lentils. You can easily add these into your meals a little at a time so that you learn how to cook them and you're rotating them. And then it just is normal to have these kind of foods. So if something happens and that is all you have to eat, you won't be completely surprised that you have no idea how to cook these foods and if anybody in your family will enjoy them. Something to consider when you buy a bag of dry beans, The 1 pound dry beans is equal to 3 cans of already prepared beans. So you're going to have a lot of food stored away in a small container. It's also going to last in your pantry far longer than the already prepared cans of food. But those are good to have too. We don't always have the time or maybe the power to cook these foods. That's a reason you need to make sure that you have a different variety of foods in your prepper pantry. Have some that you can open and eat. Have some that are easy to put together and make meals. Then have the longest lasting food so that you will be able to have food for your family no matter what the situation. Keep getting food while it's readily available. We know that prices are going up, but it's still available, it's still affordable, and you can do it a little at a time. And before you know it, you'll have all kinds of food ready to take care of your family, no matter what the uncertainty in the future brings our way. If you enjoyed my video, I hope you'll share it with someone else you think might like it. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.